And we ought to be live.
Right, guys. Welcome to Vampires and Vitae. We got something really neat lined up for you. If you're a fan of Season 1, you may have wondered, what happened to Windsor's first choice? You may wonder, what could have possibly been? Well, this is what is. We have some fantastic players at our table. Some of them you know, some of them you don't. From other games, if you're also a fan of Melinda's game, Wild by the Witchlight, this is going to be Sean. We'll start off. Just Sean, what's your character's name? And maybe a little bit of background about you.
So, I am Vampire.
There we go. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
we
he's
have
just
audio.
double checking.
That's
He's
good.
just double
Yeah,
checking.
Perfect.
So my character is Kai. He is an old Ronin that died he was reborn in the 1600s.
Sure.
Allegedly died. He's many stories about him. He's fought 60 battles as a Ronin.
Sure.
Just like taking people out. His big deal is like he's very just start and fight. He's not no talk, no words.
Ooh,
And he doesn't give you any mercy. So like if you're fighting, he's killed many people in senses of like before it even started, he'd already had killed them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? He's no BS.
All right.
And then very large individual. As far as height scale, I don't know what's normal.
Dude, you can go to 7 foot. I mean, like being a Nosferatu, you can use that as your bane. So
Yeah, so like he's 7 foot easy.
yeah, right. Yeah, maybe 7'2". We're gonna say 7'2".
7'2", right.
All right.
Massive. Wears like traditional mix of samurai like armor. Just huge. And
Is there any modern day implements into that?
he does have 2 katanas that they're old style, but they're modernized.
Sure.
They've been like kind of redone
Oh,
and
dude.
recreated over the years for just like perfect slicing and killing.
All right. Molecular blade kind of feel, right?
Right.
All right. I'm down there. Cool. You don't have them yet, but yes, you will get them back. All right.
Right.
I'm really digging on that. Melinda, my beautiful wife, tell me a little bit about who you're playing today at my table.
So this time I am going to be playing Militissa. She is a Ventru. She is very old. She has ancient connections to the Knights Templar. She was actually part of the Knights of St. Mary, and she became very high in the order, and eventually earned the title of Militissa.
Okay.
So it's not her name; it's the title, but that's all that anybody knows her by.
Were you the first?
The
first Militissa?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
But she was turned the night of October 13th, 1301 or 1307. My notes are way over there. Anyway, it was the night that the King of France and the Pope decided that they didn't want the Knights Templar anymore, so they ordered the mass execution. That's the night that she was turned.
Okay.
And when you joined the Knights of St. Mary, there's a 4th vow that you have to take instead of the usual 3 that the nuns take when they join the orders. And it's basically she will die before she will allow someone to lose their faith, is kind of the Cole's notes of it. And she still lives by that today. She's still very much a believer, questions her faith, but still believes at the heart of everything.
All right, Margie. Give us a little bit of background about who you played at my table today.
Hello. So I am playing Elise. She is a Toreador. She is not a traditional fighter. She does not have very many strengths when it comes to physical attributes. She is very much a gunslinger. She has like a 5 in firearms.
Oh, there you
any
go.
kind of
oh,
gun,
so you're a sniper. You don't like to be up close and personal. I'm digging.
Unless I'm really up close and personal.
Oh,
Then it gets bloody quick. Because she doesn't enjoy the fighting part of it. She does enjoy killing people though.
Yep.
Just a little bit differently.
Sure. I'm down with it.
She has been around so long, she isn't really sure. She vaguely remembers the 1450s. It was a good time.
I mean, after the 40s, I mean, the
Right?
roaring,
14, the roaring 1440s.
I mean, absolutely. It was a crazy year.
Right. It was a crazy decade, right? She is family to Cleopatra, actually. The snake, in all the bad stories, right? All the way back to the Garden of Eden, is the same person.
Are you Egyptian in descent?
No, just my sister is.
Okay, fair enough.
But the asp wasn't really an asp, but the asp was the snake, right? The snake.
Yeah.
Nobody knows his identity anymore. It's been lost to history. But the snake in all the stories and all the historical stories are actually this guy.
Oh,
So Cleopatra is
yeah.
my sister, and I only know the snake as daddy.
I'll fuck with that. I'll fuck with that. That fits
And
pretty
you
well.
say she's your sister, not
Yeah.
biologically born sister. She's
Yeah, like,
vampire sister.
Oh no
Kindred.
no! She was also turned by daddy.
Ooh, I can fuck with that hard. All right, that's cool. Cool. All right, Raj, let's finish this out.
All right, today I am no longer Leo. I am now Bogey. Bogey is a Nosferatu, second at the table. He's very old. He was a Viking scout back in about 900 AD. They didn't really keep records too well, so he doesn't know his actual birth date or even how old he really was. They went by seasons and stuff. But
For some reason, I can just see you at a Chili's being like, "It's my birthday," you know.
every day. But yeah, he's a gumshoe, so he's kind of like the detective, and he really, really fell in love with the idea of the detectives, the old gumshoes, Sam Spade and stuff, back in like the 1930s and 40s. That's why he picked up the name Bogey.
Okay,
Nobody knows his real name.
Okay.
His Viking name.
that's
He
really
doesn't
cool.
really
I'm down on
remember.
that. Yeah. Adopted moniker.
Yeah. But throughout history, he has worked with different governments and their high-level spy agencies like the CIA and KGB and SAS and stuff like that to help place or remove leaders of nations. Like, I have a list of examples.
Shown here.
You've come prepared. Well
Yes,
done,
I
sir.
tried to. Lenin and Stalin, Hitler, Napoleon, Castro, Kennedy, and even Bin Laden. And there's more,
Sure.
but I figured I'd let the story fill that in.
Absolutely.
So yeah, he doesn't like to show himself because he was a Viking. He was a beautiful, big
Sure.
Viking man, and now he's a Nosferatu, and he's kind of hideous looking. Still very large, like
Still large.
6'8".
All right.
Big guy, not quite as big as him.
No.
Big guy, and he wears this long like duster trench coat with a hood that he keeps, and it's one of those deep hoods, so you can only see like,
Sure.
glints of his face and shadows.
I'm down with all of this. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. This is going to be a wonderful thing. Where we're starting off from is back when the world started to fall, there was one thing that broke the masquerade. It couldn't be solved. It couldn't be fixed. It couldn't be a news report. Everyone saw this. It started in Vegas, the beginning of a snake god curling around the sky, directly above the tower that shoots light up straight,
Luxor.
the Luxor Tower. Huge fights, huge things, and it just spread and spread and spread and spread. What the world didn't know, this was the start of a giant game, the last game the Camarilla were going to play. Two game masters, the person of the actual inventor of madness, Mokav, and his favorite son, to play one last time for the soul of humanity. This takes place while you guys have been captured. One time or another, one place or another. This group, this hateful four, which you guys have dubbed yourself, have been prodded and picked off and beaten by a global power, Pentex itself. The hand underneath the skirt of the Mona Lisa, the reason that she smiles, everything that like everything always comes back to Pentex, this continuing meat grinder of a company. You think that like you're doing this for your own fruition, you're probably paying Pentex somehow or another. They were part of it. Being captured was horrible, especially for some of the friendships that were there. The two of you, Kai and Bogey, I think that you were captured together. This was a huge fight, like Osama bin Laden you had brought up, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to tell the story of what you were there for. That was an insurgent moment that, like, Pentex finally had a chance to steal you away from the world and hold you for their own pieces. Militissa,
Yes.
like a worthy cause that you finally were like, I'm going to help somebody in faith. I shall do this. Singled out because it was a hero's journey, and very seldomly do you get to go on one of those. Captured. It was a fate. It was a feign. When we go to Elsa.
Elise.
Sorry,
Elise.
This will take a couple
It'll take a
episodes.
couple episodes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Right.
Elise. Yeah. Elise, someone that you wanted to help, someone that you wanted to bring up into the world. You got sectioned off. A lot of your scouts have been gone. You were trying to find them at the same time, but like life goes on. Trying to help somebody at a rock concert, and finally you were surrounded and captured. Brutal, all in their all different natures. Either that you were lied to or you were cheated. The thing that really broke the group is that you guys are all single mercenaries. You guys have your own reasons to go do your own things, all other than the friendship between Kai and Bogey. Bogey, you feel a little bubble. You haven't felt anything for a long time, and that's the maddening part. You're aware, but you haven't felt anything. You're not cold, you're not hot. You're just stuck in place as if you're like, when your mind just goes in a circle and just repeats and repeats and repeats.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah. This is, the bubble crushes your eyelashes. Open up your eyes. Letissa's directly across you. You can see moments like it's flashing in, like browning out, like not blacking out, but browning out when you stand up too quick and it goes. You see like a triage unit. Not very much. They're working on one individual, like in a thing that seems to have like a gash around their bicep. You go to smell, you can't smell anything. There's no blood in the air. You go to move. You've been stuck in a moment for a while, but all you can see is your friend Militissa across, eyes closed. Kind of kite your eyes down, and you can see that you're in the same pose as she is. There's a need, a want to move. There's no movement, but you did feel a bubble that brought you into consciousness. Elise. I got to write that different. Apparently, the way I hear Elise is not the way that is written.
Fair enough.
Yes. Elise. All right. You feel a very similar bubble. You're shocked to be where you are. You were just at a concert. Yours was more like a tranking exercise. Like the moment that you were away from all of your staff, away from all of your protectors, you're not really a close combat fighter, so you have bodyguards around you. You were tranked. Your eyes open and you see a very, very good friend across from you. It's Kai. You don't see him like you normally see him. You've never seen his face. But you know it's him from his stature and his size. The bearing of his shoulders, even held in this, what you almost are thinking of like some form of epoxy. Can't move. But you know how important that mask is to him. Both of you brown out. Leo, how funny. Bogey, why don't you give me an investigation and intelligence roll? Yeah, baby.
Yeah, right?
Guys are powerful now, not like playing in season 2. Four is definitely going to be enough. As you're starting to lose, you're like, I need all this information. I need to know what is going on. Like you know you're losing it. You know that you're losing your sight. You know that you're losing your ability to be able to focus. Your detective brain, the things that you've obsessed about, like that gumshoe idea, detective, goes up. You look down, and there's only two things that are holding you in place. There's no like restraints. It's just this particular material. It's like you're frozen within it, but it doesn't feel cold. You do see two lines going into your left arm. One is blue, one is red. And as you lose consciousness, you see that at least the person across from you has that same line coming down. It seems to hang almost like a chandelier in this space. That going down, there seems to be two more. You guess a look, and you can just see a structure. You feel like it's the same one, but you can't determine in this moment if that's another one of your group. But you do see a blue line, you see a red line.
Okay.
The two consciousness fades. Wow, he's good, isn't he? Windsor sits in a non-set-up room. He's on the third story of an abandoned building in Egypt. Monitors finally get plugged up by a very sweaty, overweight guy. He has a clipboard in hand, two pocket protectors on both sides. This guy's been overworked. Oh, he's good. Are we there? Are we there? Fantastic. The monitor light up, and all you see is the last news outlets reporting on these snakes arriving in different city centers. Is this a trick of the clouds? Is this Project Blue Light? Is this, conspiracy theories are coming out from the woodwork? YouTube everyone's making $1 million on YouTube right now. Like, of all the problems and all the ideas, the government has been lying to us. Is this aliens? Is this God? Is this riots upon the streets? And he's just scrolling through different news channels. He also has like a screen of like what the military is doing. Like, has there been movements in ships? Has there been movements in, like a huge artillery? Oh, I think that's good. And he like pats the little guy sweating, issues him out of the room. Young man, age around 28, you would imagine. Creepy hair, just like uncut and jagged in all perspectives. He has a round table in his room, finally being dusted off. No chairs yet. They're literally moving him in to get kind of a point of origin, a point of control, giving him a control room. The one thing he has on that big round table is a map. There's 4 pieces on the map. One is a crystalline ashtray that's in Vegas. There's another one that you can see in New York is a queen piece all done in crystal. Another one is a feral cat. And another one is an armadillo. All different parts of the world. He walks over to his monitors that screen the back wall as if it was a curved monitor, but all put together. He can put all those images together if you'd like, but that's where his information hub is. All right. All right, Jacob. You shouldn't have given me warning. I'm sure you're not going to see this coming. Types in a couple things. Hits a button. That was the release of your bubble. The day passes. The natural cycle of vampires come up. You're the first to wake up, Buggy, as you would be in your cycle. There's a little bit more movement in there. Hi. You finally open up your eyes. No bubble this time, but you're stuck. You're transfixed in. Almost feels like cement, but you can see through it. You see now that there's more bodies. Well, from your perspective, there's just more people being injured. This is now, you can ascertain that this is probably a hospital. But why can't I move? And you don't feel anything on your face. That constant reminder. Maybe it takes you out of being a monster. Maybe that's the mask that you wear. But you always are omnipresent of that continual touch. It is not there. You can move your eyes down. Your armor's not on you. Your hands aren't filled with your swords. You're just in like a white T-top and white pants. Melitissa. Same kind of reaction. Your cigars are not on you.
It's very upsetting.
You're very upsetting. The eyes, though, start to drift around. There is more movement than when you woke up, Bogey. The same thing with you, Elise. Like, you can start to move. You can start to see. It's your friends. It's the Hateful Four. But they're trapped in this completely clear cylinder, as if they were dipped into epoxy. You guys got a couple seconds to figure out anything. What would you like to say, internally do? What are your feelings about seeing your friends trapped this way?
For Melitissa, it would be incredibly upsetting. Let me see. I would like to try to see if I can like force any of this that's like this material.
You want to like struggle against it?
Yeah.
Sure. That'd be just as force against it would be strength and athletics. You're just trying to push.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to roll that. I was like, oh my God, how many handfuls of dice is that for you?
Could you imagine?
He can only do 10.
Or, yeah, right. And athletics.
Yep.
All right, so Sean, I'm just going to share this with you, okay? So we're looking for 6s or higher, right?
Yeah.
So immediately we can take out the 5 and we can take out the 2. So we have 1, 2. This is a 10. When you roll a 0, it's a 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes so far.
Oof.
We have to re-roll our 10s.
You have Tyler's dice?
I don't. So that's 7 successes
Okay.
because that's a 5 and a 5.
As you push, we're talking about like a 1-inch punch, but we're talking about like a 1 millimeter punch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It is enough to actually rock. You can feel whatever contraption that you're stuck in rocks. And you look down and be like, oh, should I have done that? You know, everyone's busy. You got like nurses, doctors, blood spray going across the room,
So
people
are we, like,
cleaning.
vertical?
Yeah, vertical, like straight, like as in the corners of the room.
Okay.
Like, in fact, I can give this to you. It's almost like you're being held as trophies of some sort, something that is looking in upon a last-ditch effort if they needed something powerful like the group of you. As your container does rock, 6 successes, that's huge. That's stronger than any human lifter in the world. The only one that notices is a nurse that has collapsed. You wonder why. She was just polishing like the next utensil, the scalpel that was going to be used next, and she just falls. You can tell that she's gaunt. In fact, why don't you give me a wits and awareness roll?
This is so fun. There's so many dice.
It's like Anna again.
Right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
4 successes. That's enough to realize that this is a very malnourished human.
Okay.
I mean, like, put to their point of exhaustion to death. She looks up to you, and finally it seems like she's snapped out of almost a trance, and she just sees it and, like, goes to warn somebody, but the hand just jitters, and the plastic is too thick to hear her heartbeat, but you see her expire.
Right.
People just come out and carry out the bodies. You all get a feeling that there is something wrong about this room. People don't work to death. Like, people work to exhaustion, and then forced after that, it's possible. But people don't just, and that was all they had. That was the end of it. That was the end. They expired because there was nothing left in them.
Okay.
You just witnessed that. Anybody else want to add something on this moment? By the way, the maddening about not being able to move – have you ever broke your arm or anything? Anybody?
I've never broken a bone.
Yeah.
Never
Say
broken
I-
a bone?
Never broken.
Never broken a bone?
None that would restrict my movement.
Fair enough.
Jam some fingers. That's
Margie, any broken a bone?
Hands and fingers.
Nope.
Wow, that's a very odd number game that most people have. Yeah, right, yeah.
My nose and this finger.
I've been in
right.
motorcycle accidents and everything.
one-
Never broken a bone.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
Just the tip.
when I broke my arm, the thing that didn't bother me was not the pain of the wrists being broken. It was it not being able to move my hands. It was the I just wanted to close it, and it was just this one piece of bracing that forced my hand to stay in that direction. And it drove me so insane that I just couldn't relieve that cramp. That's starting to fill into all of you. Now being able to see each other just enough, because that tiny bit of tilt lets you see that, okay, it's not just the two of us from cross corner. You can see that this is your group. This is the Hateful Four.
So, being Nosferatu and constructed the way I am, can I use like one of my fingers to see if I can slice through this?
Absolutely. No problem. That would be a strength and brawl. Add 2 dice because you're trying to use a lethal weapon on an inanimate object.
Gives me a dice pool of 10.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
It can't dodge you, so you're going to hit. So I just
Right.
want to see how much force you get into it.
Yeah.
Four.
Oof. 4 is enough to extend your fingernail, like as you start to build your claws as a Nosferatu. It is painful. It's like constantly stubbing your toe, like by every inch that it protrudes. It is forcing through, because that millimeter is not that millimeter. You know what I mean? Like that
Right.
tiny bit of movement doesn't mean the rest of it is melted enough away from you at this point. But you are able to extend your fingernail about an inch. It should go to 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Outrageously painful as you bite into your cheek.
Got to get that blood flowing.
Yeah. The brain is clear. The evening clears. Just staring at each other. Comes back. Normal night circle. Everyone's now completely aware. There's now some movement. There's now at least 4 inches on either one of your side. What would you guys like to do?
So we've got wiggle room.
Yeah,
within.
4 inches.
Go ahead, Sean.
Oh, no, I'm just putting myself
Yeah,
in
right.
scenario.
Oh,
Right, yeah.
okay.
Trying to see what.
Yeah, all right.
I thought you were like, okay, how would I?
Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
4
so
inches.
how-
4
how-
inches.
I mean, you got 4 inches on each side, so if you could slide to one side, you get 8 inches on the other side.
Yeah.
That's enough to like fully open your hand.
The room itself is still now busier. Now you're seeing guys with gunshots. I mean, like burns. I mean, like things have gone wrong. This is getting worse, but you haven't fed in 3 days. There's a small trickle. You've kind of seen what that is. Why don't we see what you've ascertained from it? Okay. Intelligence and no, let's go wits and awareness.
It's an awareness. Ooh, that's not as good. Got that in my hand. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. That's a 0.
It's red. You're awake. Probably blood. Blue. What the fuck is that? You've now had enough time to look, though, and all you get what you've seen, and probably the rest of you. He's your investigator, so I'll use his role as like everyone's combined. You know that you're connected to this blue and red thing that hangs as a chandelier. You've assumed that you guys are now pieces of product for a company. Something about that blue is maybe diminishing your, like, some of you have mental acuities. Some of you guys have magical powers that could brace. Maybe there's a little bit of retardation when it comes to those abilities to do. Got 4 inches. That's actually quite a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like to try what I had tried before, to try to hit at it, punch at it, kick at it,
All right, it'd be the same roll.
generally lash
Yeah,
out.
it's now
Athletics
you
strength?
really got a 4 inch. You literally have a 4 inch punch, 5 inch punch. Yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. Can't remember which dice rolled so well the first time. Damn it.
That's why I keep getting rid of all the ones.
Okay. So this one is going to take this one away. No other ones. Oh, yes, there is another one. It's going to take you away. And you are not a success. So that's 3,
See how shitty this can go?
4, 5.
5, not enough. 6 was the last one. What? It doesn't rock.
So you said that the blue and red lines are coming into us with IVs?
Yeah. There's no restraints within this prison that you have. In fact, that's the maddening part. At least when you have a shackle on, you're like that. That is the thing that's keeping me restrained. It's an entire body shackle. You're pretty much like dipped in plastic right this second. Like think about an action figure that's like stuck at a store that never gets bought. Like it's.
So we all have 4 inches?
Yeah, you all have 4
It's
inches.
almost like we're in like a seal meal bag that was sealed up and is slowly air is coming
Yes,
in.
yeah. So you get that little bit of breath. You get that tiny bit. The 4 is enough to go. There's too much going on. Literally, like you're seeing arterial blood. Go ahead.
Can I reach for the blue? Can I reach for the blue line?
With
Is it?
four-
Are they like in our hands?
No, it's like at the top of your forearm, like 2 different IVs,
Okay.
Both in the same arm, though.
both on the same arm. Like one's being fed blue, one's being fed red.
Gotcha.
Can
But-
I like?
Yeah.
Can I? Because you're kind of in a certain pose, so can I like,
Right.
kind of tuck in a little bit, get as much space as I can,
Yeah, most definitely.
and then just like try my just full brute force and just smash. Like,
Hell
try to
yeah.
get out of it.
Absolutely.
And focus on the arm that has the lines in it, and try to grind that against.
Oh, I'm digging on that hardcore. All right, cool. All right, so why don't we do that'd be strength, and because you have an actual, you're trying to grind the lead-ins, we'll go for brawl for you. So we'll go strength and brawl, and let's see if we can't like dislodge one of those or the other.
So if strength is at 4 and brawl is at 4, so that's 8.
8,
dice.
yeah, you roll 8 dice.
Why are my hands so shaky?
Because it's a new game. Oh my God, I know. It's so exciting.
Hey, by the way, first roll for Vampire Guy. There we go. Kai's doing his thing.
Recommend it all at one time? Or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, however you want to do it, man.
for it.
The way most of us do shaking.
All right, so
As he
there's a 1. So that the 1 is,
So one's a
going
negative.
to take out one of your successes.
and so there's a 9 here.
Yep. So take the 1 and the 9 and take them out.
So well, does it have to be the 9 or?
It doesn't have to be the 9.
Just any
any
of the
So
successes.
I'll do that.
The higher number, it doesn't make a difference.
So I got it.
4 can go.
4 can go. Yeah, because that's too low.
Yeah, it's pass fail.
Yep. And then then the zeros I reroll, right?
Yeah, so
Yep.
right
Or
now you're
10s.
at 4. So re-roll those 2 zeros.
Got it. 2 8s.
6.
6.
6. This is that's the number that you're currently looking for. God, episode 1, I'm looking for 6 successes. Jesus. All right. So like as you like kind of come all the way and tense every one part of your muscle, I imagine like you're looking back to some of the ways that you were taught to be a samurai. Be strong within a single pose. Do not move. Do not give movement. Like hold, and then explode. The same way that they use katanas going through bamboo as they're learning how to make that strike. That memory and that knowledge comes back to you as you go. I need you to roll a giant D20. Let's see which bloodline, because it will make a difference. Let's see if you get rid of the blue or you get rid of the red. Red, trust me, you don't want to get rid of the red right now. So we're looking for high, above 10. That'll be you get rid of the blue. Below 10, you get rid of the red.
Fuck.
Got rid of the red.
Yeah, right.
That's a 3?
5.
A 5.
Yep.
I hate big dice now.
Yeah, right.
I know, right?
Elise, you watch a very heroic act. Like you can see what he was doing when he's shrinking down. You're like, oh, this is going to happen. Even within your confines, you're like, I mean, Kai's going to do something. As he comes up, you see him like achieve what he was trying to do. Just that 4 inches, how much he was able to shrink his big body. Because 4 inches to a 7-foot person is actually more than a small person. You know, like it's more relative room. As he like pulls back, and you can see him scrape against this horrible prison. Small trickles of red start to run down the clear plastic that surrounds you.
Do we have to roll for frenzy?
Don't get ahead of me, honey.
Sorry.
Yeah. You see,
Well, so far I'm the only one with a hole in the plastic.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
You do feel a wave of intoxication, and not in a good way. Like you're getting K-holed here, right, man? Like this is not a fun high. This is like only blue, not good. It's a mix of the two that's keeping you where you are. And your friend does hit, Elise, his head on that 4 inches that you know that almost all of you have. And he just leans and passes out for the evening.
So I start frantically trying to also rub my IV out.
All right. Yeah, it'd be the same roll. Same roll. If you want, you saw him do the shrink thing. So you saw him like that. I'll bring it down to 5s for you because you've already seen somebody attempt this.
You said it was strength and what else?
That'd be strength and brawl because you have a target to try to
It gives
hit.
me 2 dice.
Welcome to Toreador.
Let's find you, dude. You can still get 6. That's your number you try to hit.
I got 50%. I got a 1.
Oh God.
It's the anger. It's the frustration. I mean, like it's also the disrespect that you know that Kai is going through right now. The mask being friends. It is somebody that is. It's like watching your friend fall and having no way to go catch them. And just like, I think that you just, with that one success, that like you spent some time just banging against that 4 inches and just trying to dislodge this. I mean, you're not a combatter, so I mean, like, you're not going to get the same results as some of the others when it comes to that particular kind of motion. But like, it's just not moving. It's just not enough. You haven't trained enough physically to make that happen. The night falls. Staring. At the very end of it, you know that you're all about to go through hunger. You've been watching ethereal blood literally scatter in front of you. Thankfully, Kai, you're passed out. But there was like a line of blood that like went across like your capsule as a combatant like was like finally put out of their misery. Bogey, give me an intelligence and investigation roll.
What's really exciting is when you finally remember all of the dots that you have, and you're just like picking up fistfuls of dice, and you're just like, and I have a strong love-hate relationship with those ones that cancel out successes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it makes the game, the dice, really important. But Christ, it's frustrating sometimes.
And just weird.
4.
Like it leaned one way and then it immediately back. You're like,
Yeah.
4 successes there.
this is awesome.
This was the one going to bed.
You've associated blue bad, red good, red blood for sure now. Watched your friend pass out.
You're welcome.
It's an example of what not to do.
Yeah.
He's big, man. That's super.
You're starting to look into yourself and realize that you're about to frenzy. You're 3 days of watching about hospital work with just the smallest trickle of blood. This is becoming a torture. This is becoming something that may eat up the little bit of humanity the rest of you have. With your 4 successes, I will say that's important enough for you to try to extend more of the fingers.
You just lost your light.
Well, this is a dark game.
It is a dark game. Hang
now
on,
we have
that's
a-
too dark. Hang
Now
on.
we have a dark storyteller.
Yeah. No, I can help.
Oh, that one's dead. Well, I'll be blue for a second. I'm blue. Ba-da-dee-da-dum-ba. Yeah.
I don't know if it would be charged enough. What's this one at right now? This one still has 2 bars. That'll get us to the break. Keep going.
All right.
I promise I'll make it.
Yeah, no worries. So you have that feeling that it is important. Try to break through this thing. You can try to extend. You got another 2 inches to extend.
Can I try to reach reach my arm like in front of myself as close
4
as I can
inches. Yeah. Yeah. There would be
reach that
it
IV.
could be slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's less than 4 inches. Okay, cool.
to try to pull that blue line out.
All right. Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, I think you can just do that.
Yeah, I've made the connection now.
Yeah.
That the blue is bad.
Yeah, right.
So I'm thinking if I just pull the blue out, I'm just going to be getting blood, and it's going to
Okay.
slake a little bit.
Okay, that works. Yeah,
slow down.
there's not even a roll, but there is one for, because you see people still running around you. They are very, very preoccupied with what they're doing. But if you want to try to do this stealthily, like you just moving back and forth, people wouldn't realize. But now that the pose has changed, we're talking about stealth and dexterity. Like if you want to try to,
I am good with that.
what's is
I
it?
have 5 inches
Drax.
of stealth.
Drax means like if I move so slowly, you can't see me. You know, the chip, like, that kind of feel. So you're trying to Drax this.
I'm good with that. Stealth is one of my.
Yeah, dexterity and stealth.
Oh yeah.
I've got
Good call,
5
Sean.
in stealth,
Technical advisor.
3 in dex. That's another
Well, I'm
8.
currently passed out.
Oh, right.
I might have. Oh, yeah.
There's another God blessed one. Sons of bitches.
Oh, thank God you didn't get 3. I was looking for 4 because someone would have noticed. You're able to pop that out immediately. You feel better, but you are having like DTs. Like there becomes a shake.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a down on this, but you feel like you're regaining some of that strength. And this is as you pass out, and the rest of you see that he did have the 4 inches to be able to slide your hand. Other than Kai. Kai is unfortunately undone right this second. If you guys want to attempt the same move, you can, but it will take a dexterity and stealth roll to see if anyone notices it.
I'm gonna keep just trying to use brute force
Okay,
to break out of it. It's just 4-inch punch over and over and over.
sure. We already made that roll for that day, so you can.
Oh, I thought it was a new day. I
No,
haven't-
you this is the
A new night, I should
close.
say.
This was the close of your evening.
Oh, okay.
All right. But you do have that information. I will allow you if you want to try to rip out the thing. I will allow that, but not another brute force.
Okay. What was the roll for that?
Dexterity and stealth and Elise.
I got 5.
Yep. 5. Yeah, most definitely. 4 is the number you're looking to go.
Nope. That's a 0. Brute force it is.
Uh-oh. No, there was a stealth in there.
Yes.
As Elise pulls it out and quietly throws her hands back down and just pretends to be dead as she is, someone walks over to you, Melissa.
Militissa.
Melissa, yeah, that'll take 2 days. Yeah, Melissa. The doctor, very, very tired, black eyes underneath it, the cowl. He takes off his mask and he looks and he taps on the glass. Do you move or you freeze? Like are you?
Oh no, it would be like a jump scare in a horror movie. It would be like all at once, eyes open, fangs bared.
No, he
Yeah.
walks back. He goes Sergeant, whoever.
Sergeant Jones.
Yeah, Sergeant Jones. Sergeant Jones. I think we have maybe a problem over here. One of the subjects moving. He comes over, big spectacles, one he collapses it in because he's coming over. And he's like, I like that. There seems to be a problem. How's the power happening in the structure?
Oh my god, I hate this guy. I hate him so much.
He's trying to points his finger right where your eyes are, trying to fishbowl you, see if you will follow his finger.
Oh god, and they'd be long, spindly fingers too. Just
Yeah, right. It's very,
right?
hello in there. Are you alive? He's Do you follow his finger or like?
I ignore the finger. I'm staring like through his soul.
But
No movement.
well, it's not a perfect process, and there's been quite a lot of things happening in the last
Like his
couple
great
days.
great grandmother knows I'm looking at him.
Yeah, right. But like your eyes aren't moving, right? So
No.
he's underneath the
Or to
impression.
him, it looks like
All right.
eyes.
Well, then I'll tell you what. If your idea is to deceive him,
Okay.
it would be subterfuge and charisma.
Oh, I had dots and subterfuge and I took them out. Oh, and I've only gave myself 2 charisma. Oh, because I'm a brute. Okay. Oh, 1.
Only need 2 here.
1.
Nope.
Damn it.
Damn.
So close.
So close.
He goes. I tell you what. Turn up particle B on this particular subject, and you get a flood of the blue because you weren't able to take it out.
God damn it.
You go into a K-hole as well. The night, the day absorbs you. The night comes back. You got 8 inches now. Now you know
Yeah,
people
baby.
are. Yeah, baby.
I would have put a
Yeah.
money on how long it was going to take for that.
And
Yeah,
Jeff,
At 4 inches, everybody was like,
Yeah, right. Wait,
it's a
wait,
good
wait.
day, is what you're saying.
Yeah. 8 inches. All right. But everyone, including the people that have passed out, realize that people are watching you for movement. What would you like to do? It is getting worse. You can see that, like at this point, there's literally like nurses' bodies that are just being stacked.
So how am I feeling with the blue out and just the red?
A lot more like yourself, but a horrific hangover. Impairing your judgment, so your insights will go down, but your strength is coming back to where you know it should be.
am I still out?
I don't know. You're coming up. Probably the
But I'm
same.
all blue still.
Yeah, you're all blue. Ugh. You're not even a little bit of red.
Right, because I severed my red line.
Yeah, all right.
Where's that going?
I think that it's just continuously dropping. Like thankfully, that red display, that red ethereal cut, like is masking that blood that's dripping actually in your container because people haven't taken time to clean that. There's just too many victims. There's too many people that are, and now you got people with like stumped legs that are like screaming as a bone saw cuts through their through their tibia. Yeah.
We need to get out.
So there is something that I wanted to try.
Yeah.
I don't know the mechanics of it, but I remember what it does.
Because you don't have your blue in you, you can access some of your stuff.
If blood is filling your capsule, unless they've turned off the blood supply.
No, it's just dripping. But yeah.
Right. But there would be blood floating around in whatever fluid it is that's surrounding us, right?
Yeah, you could try to catch some bubbles.
That's what I mean.
That's pretty cool.
At this point.
Right?
All right. As we're right back to that because I think this is really neat.
Sorry,
So it's like a polymer that you're in. Like it's something that is becoming liquid that you can move within, and then like the rest of it's hardened. So like it's melting.
You're in a liquid,
Yeah,
though.
you're in a liquid. So
Breathing
that
liquid.
yeah, like a breathing liquid. Think
we don't breathe,
the
so-
abyss.
Right,
Yeah.
but I mean, like it's
Yeah,
going
right,
in
yeah,
and
yeah.
out.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So,
Exactly.
as your eyes come up, I'm going to make it 8s instead of 6s.
Oh, shit.
You can try to catch some blood because like you're at that, like I can see Kai as like force of will. Like, so you can force yourself to like go through, like become a fish for a day. All right. That'll be your composure.
What?
No, your resolve. And God, that's a really interesting one. How does one drink blood out of water?
Science. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, science. Yeah. Aliens. No,
Suck.
Awareness, maybe?
yeah, I guess that kind of works. Yeah, resolve and awareness.
Oh, nice play. That's 5.
So you need 8 dice.
You're looking for
Nice.
8s.
Okay.
Right out. That comes out, right?
Yeah.
And that one comes out.
Yeah.
That one's good. That one's good. And then re-roll here.
Yeah, that 6 has to come out because you're looking for the
eights.
6s. Yeah, because you're.
Oh, okay, so that one's out then.
Yeah.
That one's out. That's 9. Okay,
Damn.
and that's 8.
How many?
That's 5.
So 5. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, guys. Wow. Elise, you're the one that's directly across from Kai. Like, you can see what he's doing. Like, yeah, right. Like he's just sucking through the source as he like almost like turns his head and I mean he's having some munchy, tasty time. But you now feel the same kind of presence. You got 8 inches, and you've always been a fan of that number. So as you like start to roof through, you do hear something over the intercom. All of you are present. You're going to get back your strength, and you see that one of your powerhouses is not just awake, actively trying to get better, and is becoming better. Huge. You're going to be a little bit down for this initial part because you got straight blue for it, and that's part of the story. But like, just letting you know, you're about at 60%.
Oh,
All right.
nice.
Hey, am I on? Excuse me, can you hear me? You hear like the sound of a chopper like in the background. This is your motherfucking captain speaking. My name is Catherine, and everything's about to get very strange in here. The hateful four, can you hear me? Don't bother to respond because I realize that you're in a very interesting situation. But I got an exit plan for you if you can get out of those little tubes. I'll see you either at the top or the bottom. You can pick. I got a copper with me. Survive, bitches, because honestly, my time is worthful. And like it's like a PA system that's like going through whatever structure you're in.
So I have uncanny grip.
Okay.
So
For the
does
people
he.
at home.
I've been eyeballing that.
All right. For the people at home, you got 8 inches. This is you got. I mean, like you've been able to prove that you can break through this. We've seen it rock. I mean, like we're just looking. So, tell me what's going on.
That's the thing. I don't remember all the mechanics of it. I don't
Oh,
have.
you got the card?
Yep.
Read it for the people at home.
Awesome.
And the book's right there beside you too, Raj.
Oh, I wasn't sure if that was the right one.
Yep.
All right. Uncanny grip potence. Focusing your unnatural strength into your toes and fingers. You can grip onto and burrow into almost any surface, enabling you to climb and even hang otherwise unsupported from walls and ceilings.
Spider climb.
It
Cool.
is a rouse check for the cost. Is that what it? No.
You're gonna burn the precious blood points you have to
System,
access it, though.
When activated, you automatically succeed any test to climb any non-metallic surface, or at the storyteller's discretion, a soft metal. Thin glass surfaces will shatter under the stress, although thick glass walls may be more tractable. This leaves clearly visible marks, detectable with intelligence investigation. So, on the card next to the cost,
Any
it has a
material.
blood drop.
Yes.
That-
So
Is
that's
that for a rouse check?
So
that's what I thought that was.
that's what's going to cost you what you've already gotten. So if you want to burn it, I'll allow it. But that
I'll
means
try
that
it.
that's your only. Yeah, right.
And if you fail the rouse check, then you gain a point of hunger.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Give me a blood die.
Yep.
Yep. Oh,
We need one.
Oh, super cool. All right. Melissa?
Militissa. Yes.
Yeah, right. Melissa.
Malignant. One.
Yeah, right. I think I'm going to call you Tissa. All right, Tissa. All right. All right. So, Tissa, you see this and start grinning.
Yeah.
And you can see the grin coming into his
I
house.
got a 3.
There it is.
Hey,
all
we're
right.
good.
Like as your fingers start to like that blood that you taken out, being able to just get blood, not the blue. The hangover is coursing through your mind. And the closer you get through it, the more that you're trying to bring into those abilities that are already within you. You can feel something else fighting against it. But fuck this game, as you can see little cracks starting to appear in the front of Bogey's cage. The smile across from the two of you are going. Alyssa and Kai, thank you for being called Kai.
Elise, he means.
Elise, yes.
Elise, yeah.
Yeah. You can start seeing a moment. And Melitissa, I think that you have a memory of an old show. Like an old punk rock show. Like is there a favorite song of yours that was like we're not gonna take it or something like that, like a punk. Like I think that's how you guys all met.
I don't know that it's necessarily punk, but should I should I stay or should I go now?
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
That song?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So,
Cool.
like, you want to do the riff or do you want to do the vocal?
Oh, the vocal
Like,
for sure.
because the other one was dum dum bum 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 bum.
Okay.
'Cause you could
we'll
hum,
Start there. Yeah, we'll start there. Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I can't. Well, I guess we get like 8 inches of movability, so I could be.
It would resonate within this glass. This is literally like
Yeah. I do the whole thing out loud.
like you're gonna sing this.
Yeah, the
well,
whole thing.
Well, your mouth would be full of this stuff, so you could hit like the tonation through like.
Yeah.
So like as you look over,
So like,
smile.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah,
One more
you're sitting
time.
underwater.
Yeah. Right. So for the second part, one more time.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. You got it one time.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Like I think that you like adopt that. Boom, 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 boom. Like, all right. And like everyone kind of stops
rhythm
for a
going.
second, right? And like there's a bone saw like looking around. Boom, 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 boom. Guys, break out, man. This is your time. Give me a strength. This is you coordinated a group. Give me a strength and
Very
a
Guardians of the
and
Galaxy, like
yeah.
we see
Yeah.
each other, we feel the music.
Yeah, right.
That's
Like
something.
yeah, like that resonate because I want to use that like punk kind of feel that like has all of you like one of the things that you guys all love is that punk scene.
They
So
were the Ramones. We're all coming together.
yeah, strength and brawl.
Oh, bro.
yes.
Everyone?
Let's think.
Yours is down to 5
Poor Margie.
because you've already cracked that glass. And you've just gotten a huge uptick of blood because you took all of it at once. So if you want to use a discipline to add something to that, you can. Remember, you do have willpower points if you need to get through it. You're only looking for 3s now because you've melted a bunch of that
I got
plastic.
6.
6, boom. As Bogey charges through, his two claws coming through, usually made to grip. As it's so nasty when you're not in it. It's like you're covered in egg whites. Like as you stand, just staring
Sludge
at
slime
these.
without the
Yeah,
shine.
sludge slime.
10 successes.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so like 3.
Tell
right?
me how that looks like. 10 fucking successes.
I would imagine it's like two big punches and everything starts to crack, and then she just like
Leans back and kicks out
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
As it shatters around you, the egg whites going every single place.
Yeah.
One piece of glass like falls, stabs you in the shoulder, like literally goes in, and you just brush it off, looking at Bogey across from you. Guy, where are we at?
So I'm still trying to figure out the number of
Okay, no
successes
problem.
off of that.
So-
So it's 3 or higher, right?
yeah. So you got all successes.
Yeah, well, I pulled that one out because I don't want
Oh, you had a 1-1.
So-
Okay, so it just cancels 1.
Oh, okay, got it. So then that's where I'm at. So that is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're
Okay.
how does that look like with that high of success? When you punch out, how do you punch out?
Yeah, like again, I go back to that same like I don't have my mask on. I feel like super self-conscious about
Yeah.
myself, so I'm just like dug into myself,
Yep.
and then again, just another big blast to try to like.
Oh, I love it. Like I'm almost seeing like a double like as you like erupt from all of this. A 7-foot being comes down. Hero stance 7'2". Excuse the fuck out of me. And, like as you come down, just the visceral dripping off of you as you just shake your 2 arms off. Margie, where are we at?
Tink, 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 tink.
Kai, that fucking angers you.
Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That fucking angers you.
Yeah.
All right. Like literally, like you have a bunch of people. They have medical equipment on them. There's no soldiers currently in here. I mean, soldiers are being worked on, but like they're not in any capacity to
I'm going to
do.
feed.
Pick a target, or do you want to get Margie out first?
I'm going to feed because I need strength to be able to break Margie out.
All right. There's an operating table.
It's not a pretty feed. It's basically a bite of a neck and like catching some of the spray and then going forward.
Okay, so cool. This is the moment I've been waiting for everybody. As you bite into the neck, like you just absently like break the neck as well, and that ethereal blood like squirts up twice, like catching both sides of your face, making an X. Tell me what your character looks like.
All right. So she is about 5'7", She's not bulky, but she's defined, like her musculature and stuff. She has a buzzed head, shaved head, because she always wears a habit sort of thing. And she has her fangs are like gnarly. They're very, very long. And
Protruding like over the gum line.
yeah, and she let me think, what else? She almost has like a unibrow situation.
Straight across.
Like, oh yeah.
Is there a dip?
I mean, there's a little bit.
Right now, I got like a widow's peak coming down and like a tiny little tip on the other side.
Yeah,
Or-
it's not like really bad, but
right, yeah.
it's there.
Right.
She has a face that's weathered. When she was
Battle worn.
Yeah, I mean, she was 30 in the like early 1300s.
Sure.
So she would have been like ancient in those days.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah.
she's very weathered
All right.
looking in her appearance. It just looks tough as fuck. Like if she was walking down the street, you would step out of her way.
All right. As that being comes through, you like take like almost like a window wiper with the blood arterial spray from your bite, lick your finger and start working purposely towards Elsie.
Elise.
I will have to rewrite this. Yeah. All right. Bogey, as you're like you were the one that came out with claws going. You see a guy that has like a like well, it looks like a miter saw, but it's meant to cut through like human bone. Like he's just like
So
not a combatant. He's just
basically, I want to do a brutal feed on him.
okay.
And I mean, I don't know if I can at this point, but I have it if I can. And I just want to just suck him dry.
Oh, you want
Completely.
so
I'm going for one
this
at
is
a
your
time,
free,
but
there's
I'm
no
gonna-
there's no
you know,
roles for this part. This is just visualization. Like you walk over and just like grab the saw and just crunch it in your hand, and you hear that the small spark comes up. You lift him up sideways, just instead of biting into his neck, you bite into his side, and you crush him like a
beer can.
like a beer can. So like you're essentially just. You know,
shotgunning
like
it.
shotgunning a person. Like as the bones, like you can see the rest of you look around and you're like, yeah, that's what Bogey does. Like you see like spinal cord like going through his massive claws as he just crunches an individual, letting it drop, and like you have that pause. What does your character look like as you kind of like look and smile at the rest of your team right before you drop that person?
Well, before he became a vampire, Bogey was a very good-looking Viking back
Sure.
in the 900s. Like I say, big dude, red hair.
All right,
So he still has his
kissed by
hair,
the sun, digging on
and,
that.
he's very, very pale.
Okay,
It still carries that, but it's even worse now that he's a vampire. But
Yeah.
his hair is like really long down his back, but it's still in a solid.
what
thick
color?
braid.
What color? Blonde or
red.
Red. All right.
Like Eric the Red.
Oh, I'm down. Oh, I'm so down. Yes, I'm so down
No
with
facial
it.
hair though.
Like as it drops, like how are your fangs? Big, small, normal? What's your
it's just
disfigurity?
like-
Is it facial disfigurity or is it like body disfigurity?
Mostly the body.
Okay.
The face still looks mostly human.
Okay.
Except
That's awesome.
the mouth is all fangs.
Oh,
So
every
it's
tooth
not-
is a
yeah,
fang.
it's not just the two vampire fangs. He's like
Yeah. As you drop this, and your white skivvy that's underneath the thing that you were in is just soaked in red. Like you drop, smile, look over to Margie, like this is where you're going. Because it's all fangs. You have to take a piece of meat out of one of them, and you just flick it at the next person you're gonna kill. All right, Kai.
his smile is terrifying.
Yeah, right. Kai, you were up that feeling of being just claustrophobic and full, not having the right things on your face. There's two nurses. They have both scalpels. At this point, they know that they're about to die. Like, what do you want to do?
And Elise is still.
Lisa's still on. Still think.
How many people are in the room?
After these two nurses, there'll be three more. All of them like in different, like they're arming themselves with what you'd find in a doctor's office.
I mean, with the two, I have like daggers I'm used to throwing, so maybe I get a hold of those
Scalpel?
scalpels.
All right.
and just
Okay. As you walk by, like they're both just holding like some scalpels, right?
Or like they're on a tray.
Yeah, right. That's
exactly.
exactly. Yeah, right. As you walk by, it's just you don't just pick up the scalpels; you pick up different tools. Like I mean, like as you're going and you're dropping some as you walk through. You're like, no, not this one. No, not this one. No, and you come up with like a spreader, like like when you need to like spread a rib cage, stab up with a scalpel and just rip up their throat, diving into the actual blood itself as you come out pointing over at Margie. Like, we're coming for you, and we've saved you a little bit of the buffet. What does your character look like?
What did my character
Yeah.
look like? Okay, so imagine like those samurai masks with the big fangs,
Yeah.
Like if that's off, it's the same.
Oh
thing,
my
but
God,
real.
like tusks.
Yeah, but big tusks.
Oh,
like,
wow.
And it's all real, and you can see it. His eyes are just super bloodshot and like almost black. Around
I
that.
fucking love it, man.
And then he just like seething,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Huge pulse, like breathing just super hard and just like ready to like.
All right. Like as you're walking, there's like you hear one more beat after you've taken most of your fill, and you just grab that pincher that spreads out hearts, but it's in their throat, and it just like dumps all the rest of the blood like onto the floor.
Brutal.
Yeah, you look around.
Smells delicious.
They are terrified. The last three people, as all three of you walk over to Elise, like one bloody handprint, the next bloody handprint, the next bloody handprint. Your friends have come. They are there. You guys all just want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Combined strength roll.
Yeah, right. Combined strength roll.
Yeah.
Strength and a brawl.
I just smile as they all walk towards.
Yeah, yeah, you see that it's the handprints in all three, and like they're not even concerned. I mean, I think that Bogey gets like a scalpel on the back and doesn't even turn around.
Yeah.
We're doing
Once
sixes?
I saw that they were free, I knew that I was going to be out.
Yeah,
soon.
6s right now.
2,
I got 1.
3.
5.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
You hear the.
Only 1, right?
Yeah, all you needed was I think it was 5. Anyway, you've passed it all three together. Boom. In fact, and for that dun 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 dun, like it was like boom 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 boom, and the fucking shatters as they come down and just gesture to the last three
I hold
people.
my hand out to help her step
Yeah,
down.
right.
Nice.
As the egg whites drip off of you, you like fix your eyebrow. Motherfucker, where's my red lipstick? Like, you got 3. How you doing this?
Are any of them men?
Yep. You got you have a nurse and like a woman doctor and a woman nurse.
And a male nurse.
One more.
Sorry, male nurse, female doctor, female nurse is
Okay.
what I meant to say. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I don't care what their titles are. I go for the guy, of course.
You go for the guy. All right. Like he's got the tray that like that the medical equipment's on. Like he's trying to use that as a shield. It's like I have a family. Don't do this.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I use entrance. He drops the tray and
just-
drops to his knees in front of me.
It just
He
falls
couldn't
out of
be
his
more
hands.
happy.
Yeah,
He
he
could
just
not
falls.
be happier than to feed me.
He puts out both wrists.
No. He kneels in front of me, and I bite into his neck.
Oh, okay. As he does, you just have that moment of like, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be, and you slowly stand up, not any hands using it, like a dog with a toy, like you just bringing him up off of his feet as you lean back, as a college frat boy would kill a beer backwards. That's how you finish and just let it slide off of you. What does your character look like?
All right, so she is like maybe 5'3", maybe in heels, right? She's slight. She is not. She's ethnic of some sort. You can't tell quite
Okay.
what. She's golden skin,
All right.
black hair, golden eyes, like lightest brown you could imagine, but doesn't look like anything to be afraid of, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, she just has, the two fangs. Uh, nothing scary, right? Like if it wasn't for the blood just like pouring down her front, you wouldn't even think that she was anything to
Right, to
to
worry
fear.
about. Yeah, right. As like you take your
Right.
forearm and just wipe it off and just throw off the rest of that goo that was on you. Looking up,
Right.
hear warning sounds going off, and whatever building that you're in starts to vibrate. And motherfuckers, welcome to Vampire. This is an offset. 8 episodes. It's all going to be crazy and huge. We'll be back in
20 minutes?
See you soon.
Dang. Okay.
Nice.
We're just going to mute the audio so you'll still be able to see the room. I don't even have the break video done yet. So bear with us.
Flag them out.
Flag 'em out. All right. We're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Why, big red line?
Oh, that's because the thing is selected. Don't worry about the big red line.
I
can't see
never
it
worry
on
about the
screen.
big
You
red
don't
line.
see it.
It's
I
fine.
don't- yeah, right.
It's fine.
Welcome on back, guys. Yes. Works. It's not dumb if it works. Yeah, right. All right. We'll fix that later. Won't be fools again. All right. As you're all coming out, the last body has dripped off of Elise's mouse. Elise mouth. Apparently, I've
Why are
never
you
met
making it so hard?
I know. Right?
because my mind doesn't do that. It does every letter. Like anyway, I just gotta.
Please.
I just have to.
He's got to write it in Robbie's.
I have to write it in Rob. Like
Yep.
yeah.
Please.
Elise.
Elise. It'll start with an A, then A, then lease.
Elise.
Yeah, Elise. Yeah. Right. As it drops off of you, you do have those last two individuals there. You guys want to do anything fun with them, or do you want to just breeze by it and you destroy them?
Just breeze by it and destroy them.
All right.
Is that closer?
Yeah, that's cool.
That
Elise.
works?
Yes. Now I know what that is.
Okay. All right.
Elise. A-H. Elise.
Melinda
yes.
knows how to translate.
Yes. So she's married to me at this point. Someone's got to.
Fluent in Rob.
Yes. This is the first time you guys seen each other for a very long time. In fact, you guys were broken up. Not broken up like the Beatles, but like you guys had done a couple of your own things. The only one was Bogey and Kai that were still together. This is the moment that you guys have all seen it, but like Kai doesn't have this mask on.
Are there any? Well, I assume that there's going to be some surgical masks around.
Oh yeah, of course.
I grab a couple and.
All things that are around you. You're in now a bloodbath.
Do you have ears? I'm not being funny.
No, I'm with you. I do. I have like the very pointy, like
Okay.
very traditional,
Perfect.
like Nosferatu.
Nosferatu
yeah.
feel like to it, yeah.
Just very like jagged.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do.
I avert my gaze and hand them to you because I understand how important that is.
Yeah, I kind of nod down, put it on, stay quiet for a minute, kind of close my eyes and get myself back. you know?
Right. I get you completely. You're in a. What you know is that you're in a large room. Looks like a medical facility. You guys were at the pillars. There's many silvered, not silvered, but like metal, stainless steel gurners that are for either autopsy and or medical work. You have all those equipments that would be around there. You guys are in skivvies. This is the first time you guys have seen each other for a while. This is your scene. What would you like to do?
I would like to compel. Are any of the humans alive, or did we absolutely eviscerate all of them?
You got two left.
Two left. Okay, I want to compel one of the two, and I want them to just tell me the shortest route out, up or down.
It's the Asian nurse. She goes, well, I mean, you could go down. We don't. There's a helicopter pad up top, and there is a.
Is it shorter to go down?
You're
Fewer
in,
stairs, up or down?
you are in the middle of this building.
Okay.
Where is our stuff?
I don't know who you are, so I don't know where your stuff is.
You don't know.
Who's running this place?
I am just a. Please do
When,
not.
when, when, no. You're asking the other nurse because when she said she didn't know, I killed her.
Oh, okay. The other one goes, Pintex. This is you're at a Pintex
Makes
building.
sense. Where are we?
Apparently, they're the same accent.
The building. Where are we?
Vaguely French.
New York.
New
Get
York.
more
New York.
specific.
I mean, you're in the Statue of Liberty.
We would
No,
be
none of
aware
you.
of
Well,
what the situation is with that. I mean, I know we know, but
maybe Elise. Haha, now I can say it, right? And we got to figure out a Militissa, but like, I think I'm going to call you Tiss. Maybe Tiss, Like,
No, you're not going to call me Tis.
all right, fine.
We'll
Melitissa.
talk about it. We'll
work
talk
on
about it short.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So maybe Tissa had. Well, you know what? You're CIA too. The only one that probably wouldn't would be Kai, like because like you would know of like black, you would know like black drop buildings and that kind of stuff. So that could be part of it, like aware, but no, none of you have dived into this. There's maybe rumors on those three lips. You know what I mean? Like,
So we've heard that there's an illusion, but
well, not even that. Like the Statue of Liberty is not what it appears to be.
yeah.
Probably a Pentex building of some sort.
All right.
Cool.
So is everybody good to move?
Fuck yeah, let's get out of here.
Roll the fuck out of here.
Also, I need a cigar. As
Are we just
quickly
gonna
as
leave
possible.
naked?
Well, we're wearing skivvies. Would there be scrubs around? I mean, we could
Well,
take
you got-
scrubs off of some of the people. That
If
we
you're, I mean, why don't you give me an investigation
Probably not for
and
me and
awareness roll if you're looking for, yeah, you're in skivvies. I mean, like,
Investigation
killed. I
and
don't care. I
awareness.
have no modesty for that.
Yeah.
right.
I don't want.
Right.
people to
definitely
see,
would.
but yeah. I just want to get the fuck out.
Yeah, I would definitely have reservations about running around in my underwear.
As would his name is Kai, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he can't just
You could-
stop at Walmart.
Yeah, but you could like shred a like military jacket over you. You know what I mean? Like if that's what
Or
you
they
want
would
to do.
Right.
sheets.
He's gonna want
They'd have
his
sheets.
mask.
I mean,
Toga.
you could
just
toga
toga,
this
yeah.
shit. Hell yeah, that's so sad,
Right.
6 successes.
But he's gonna want his mask, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's
I'm currently
he's-
wearing a.
Yeah, he's wearing like a surgical mask right
Yeah.
now. But then
Right, and that's gonna work for now. But
Right.
like we need to find our stuff.
Harsh it, yeah.
Yeah.
all right,
we don't
so
even know if it's here.
So we got a toga going on here. I'm thinking like the double, like instead of just like the one thing, like because you're
Yeah,
more of an
double it up.
Asian.
So you're
Yeah,
covering
right.
both
Yeah, right.
sides.
Both
Got
sides
it.
of it, like they can see that, like almost a kimono kind of feel that like you've made by two of the sheets of the girdings that would be changed. How many successes?
6.
Definitely. You go through a military guy. He does have one of those like Beauty and Beast, like in the containers. Cigar, not opened yet. He was probably saving
Oh,
it
I found
for.
a stogie. Sweet.
Yeah, right. Boom. Do you light it, or is it just something you chew?
Oh, I pause searching for clothes and I pop it in, chew it a little bit, and then I light it.
All right. I think it's like a Bunsen,
disgusting.
like off of Bunsen burner.
Yeah.
That like,
Bite the tip.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. Boom. Yeah, just
Yeah.
stogies in mouth. All right. I got a first true characterization. Fantastic. You do hear through it. We're not going to take it. It's being played. It's like, bitches, either you go up or you go down. This ride doesn't last forever. Did you just shoot my Birkin? I'm going to kill that motherfucker. You hear just the
Well, helicopter makes me want to go up.
I want to pocket a couple scalpels. And just
scalpels, no problems. Like
I was going to suggest you check the military guy for at least a kabar or something.
I mean, for what?
A knife.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
K-bar.
No, they would be dressed down before they were brought
Really?
in.
Okay.
So, like, there'd be no military grade weapons on the military personnel. But you do have the access to any improvised weapons, anything that you could find within a fully stocked, incredible medical bay. I mean, there's saws, there's bone saws,
That's
there's
what I was
like,
thinking. The big ass bone saws, one in each hand.
Are there any of like the almost like our backdrops, like the long bars that would go across like a privacy screen?
like just a metal rod. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I'll
Easy,
take one
easy
of
to
those.
be done.
Wield it like a staff.
All right. Cool. So you got like a pull it.
I got a beat up stick.
Yeah, no problem. Beat up stick. That's what we're gonna call it. Plus two to
Have
beat
you
up
use that
stick.
more as a pokey stick because that's going to bend if you hit somebody with it.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Right. All right. So we got a metal rod. Elise, this is fucking awesome. Yes, this is how your name is said. What are you looking for? Anything? In fact, you don't even have to pick up weapons. Like, I mean, you could just be like, my personality is my weapon.
Yeah, no, I'm a little embarrassed that that I'm wearing granny panties.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
If I'm gonna walk out here in underwear, like this is not the underwear that I would be wearing.
I mean, you can hike that shit up to make anything a thong.
Right. Like as much as I don't remember her name.
Militissa?
Yes, as much as Tissa over there is trying to
Aha!
cover up,
See, it's
I'm like-
happening.
I'm trying to like
Trying to sex out.
figure out how to
Yeah.
make it less.
All right.
Go the other way, go
Easily done. I think you take the tops because it's not like a bra. It's more like a the word is incorrect. Wife beater. I'm sorry. What's the modern day version of that? Tank top. Cool. Like I can see you like taking the crossover like to make it like more of like an X on top. That way the top is more you. If you want to cut it off to a crop top, no problem.
I kind of tuck it into the bottom of the bra strap. So
Okay.
it's a
Showing the
top.
belly?
And,
Yeah.
Yep.
showing the belly.
All right.
And yeah, I'm ready. If there's no guns in here, there's nothing
No.
I can use.
You have one last like terrified individual. Like the room is yours. Nothing is happening. It's just really if you want to go up or you want to go down.
Where's the weapons cache?
Yeah, we need more weapons.
I almost live here. I don't really go anyplace else.
Which one of these people was in charge?
He points to the ones that got ripped in half. You know, like that one,
All right.
the one that you killed.
Do I see like their security badge? Because they got to have security
Ooh,
badges.
You sure do. It's only going to be 5s. It's going to be dexterity and intelligence and investigation. As you go through the body, finding it, you're only looking for 5s. You're looking for the beep, right? The best part, I think, is the surgical mask, like the end of the tux, like you've like poking through like that metal underwire. Like,
Yeah.
And like a level of blood just like stained around
right.
the mask.
6.
Cool.
Oh, that's so cool. 6, yeah, you definitely click. I mean, like it's on one of those like
little
ladder
extended-
captures. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has one of those. He's one of those guys. A lot of jangly keys. He obviously was
I
a
just snatched the whole
Yeah.
thing off.
yeah. Ding 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 as you're like grabbing it.
All right. We've got passage.
Let's
go.
roll.
One last thing, I just grabbed that damn tray that he had, and I
Yeah.
just like rip it and wrap it around my hand into like a makeshift blade, and just kind of.
Ooh, like jagged on one
like,
side.
rip it, wrap
Like
it
I'm
around.
yes,
And then
I'm
I've got 2
down.
bone saws.
go.
One
2
for
bone
each.
saws. Are they the like
No, not the
Wi-Fi.
electric. The old fashioned hand.
Oh.
bone saws. They're like long and
That's-
it's curved on the back.
Yeah,
Nice
that
and
is
jagged.
brutal.
We're
Like-
talking Civil War bone saw.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bite
they
down on
do
this.
Still use them, but
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool. So boom, we got 2 bone saws. We got a makeshift like hand blade. Like I'm almost thinking like shredder.
Like very scythe, but on the
yeah,
hand. You know,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
very, like-
yeah. And it's just the way that you ripped it off. It's just that like broken metal. Oh, beautiful. We got a cigar in mouth
And staff.
and staff. Up or down, guys? You have access.
I hear helicopter. Should we go up? Up, I think.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I feel like it's the only. I mean, it's giving us something to go to.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. As you go to the door, who's holding the key?
I had it.
You got the key. As you go up to the door, click. There seems to be 2. That one goes down. You go to the other door, click. That one goes up.
Okay.
You hear chaos happening up there as well. A large amount of buzzing.
Christ, I hate these things.
Poor Sean has no
I have
idea.
no clue.
Yeah. They're fucking terrible.
Moisture filling the actual area. It's as if you just walked into a tropical area, like a little bit like a rainforest in the middle of summer during mating season. Those smells and small cricket noises like fill up the pheromones of like this is when there's too much pollen and like you're being eaten by every insect that has just given birth to a horde of horribleness.
I don't want to be in here, so I'm just looking for the next set of stairs to going up.
It's creepy.
Yeah. Are they in the stairwell?
No, you just hear that sound, but that wash of over humidity does. You can feel that. You don't need to make a roll for that. It'd be too obvious to make a roll.
Okay.
You guys have all fought in jungles. It just feels like,
Familiar.
yeah, it feels like Predator. I mean, like that. Think that jungle kind of feeling coming like in a very non-jungle hallway.
Okay.
It seems like that presence is coming from above you.
Yeah.
From underneath you, no presence.
Just
I
gonna
mean,
hustle up the stairs.
Yep.
all right, as you guys all go up, you're leading
Tunnel
this set.
vision. We're focused.
Yep.
Yep. Zzz, you start seeing vines grown on the wall, actually diving into the concrete and pressed steel that goes through it. Some of the rivets have been pushed out and different corkscrew flowers that come out. Very push feel and smell as you brush through one. You can see little scatters of spores going past you. Continue to go up. All right. The floor you're still actually starting to walk in starts feeling like more soil, more like underground, undergrowth. The fall of leaves that like you'd be stomping on, that crunch of like dead leaves underneath you. It's no longer feels like that metal ting underneath your feet, bare feet at this point. Get up to a large area. Very circular in nature, almost like a donut. We're talking about the size of double this room, so about 80 feet. Something in the center is blocking. It is a round chamber, different old plants, cocoons of giant moths hang, slightly tipping back and forth. You guys going stealth, or
Stealth.
what are we trying to do here?
Stealth.
All right. Then we'll take a communal roll at dexterity and stealth. That like the little subtle
God
dripping
damn it.
of like condensation, like when something like a piece of metal would get hit, like a soda can, and that.
Got 3.
What's the
6 just for this.
so these cancel out. And those
So you
don't.
got one.
Yeah.
Total.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 was big, but
I had none. I'm just
7.
I got
That,
3.
okay.
ooh.
I got 3.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what you had to
Thank
hit.
God.
All right, you guys just barely get it. You see we can only describe as a wasp. Black and green instead of the black and yellow, like feeling to it. There's cages around their carapace. Their actual face seems to be done like they do with horses when they can't, racing
The
horses.
blinders?
Yeah, like very, very small field of vision, though. The vibrating of the wings, like it comes up to your group and like looks and just can't seem to focus on you. Like it just can't, like apparently maybe movement would be part of this as you guys all like hold.
You have a thing.
What does that mean?
Pass without a trace,
Yeah.
essentially.
You talking about
I
Cloak of
have-
shadows.
That's the one where I can go super stealth.
Vanish?
Yeah, I have.
Well, you're good. You're good
seal.
for this
We're
check.
already-
You're good
Oh,
for this
okay, we're
check.
good for
I
this
wasn't
check.
going to use that if this failed.
If that failed, okay.
And then the unseen passage, there is a blood cost to that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But you're good for this one. As it looks over, the thing, it's like, do you know those, like the plague wearer's mask? Like back in the day, like they had that long snout. Like it looks like they've made that into a harness that like controls. You get those two, like the blinders, the rest of like this horrible pincer comes out almost as a mask, and there's like chain that is just wrapped around the rest of the cage that holds this person, that creature. It like zzz, and it passes by you. You can hear the sound of metal being struck. Elise, why don't you give me a wits and awareness roll?
Ooh, wits and awareness.
Yeah, 0.
Damn it.
Metal's being
Had
struck.
one, but I hit a 1.
The cacophony was going to give you an idea which way to go on this donut, so you guys can choose left or right. And I don't think you've done this one yet, so go top or bottom to see which, if you choose successfully or poorly. Successfully above 10.
5.
It's
I
stuck
don't
on
like
5.
that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's just stuck on 5.
Stuck on
man.
5.
Yeah, right. Because of the donut shape of the room, it's hard to tell where sound is coming from. Like you don't know where the origin of that is because it just reverberates around the room. The foliage in here, it's trees that shouldn't live together. You see evergreens mixed with like very very tropical vines that are just running through. A lot of it feels poisonous to you, especially living this long. These are things that shouldn't cohabitate. As you go around the side, you hear that ding, ding, ding. The sound is just getting larger. What you see is like 5 rats that are spread out like you would have in a high school dissection class. The skin itself being pinned out and almost on a tray. The rats are still alive. They're screaming as this technician perfectly stretches the skin and drills that into part of a circular sphere. It looks like almost like a soccer ball, the way that it's set up, like hexagonal all the way through. There's pieces of, he's obviously been working on this for a while. Like a rat's head's over there and another rat arm like extends from that. It's incomplete, but these rats are still alive as they're being pushed and maneuvered around to fill this chasm.
There's somebody there working with
Oh
me?
yeah, there's like again, kind of think about that doctor that was down the first time that asked. That's the same doctor, that guy. He's just working on, and like he takes another one, and there's a finishing nail on one part. Seems to be very proud of that, and almost polishes the brass on top of that finishing nail as he looks down to get his another rat that's screaming in agony and pain.
Gross. I would like to kill him with my staff, please.
Well, unlike the first round, which was a gimme, why don't you give me a dexterity and athletics? Brawl if you're trying to hit him with a staff.
Dexterity and brawl. 4, 5, 6. Not strength.
Dexterity.
All right. Whoops.
Does that one count or not? It
Just
jumped
roll
out.
it again.
Oh, damn. Oh,
Actually, can I get some d10s?
2. It was 3,
I mean,
but you made me re-roll it.
Just a handful. I need 2, 3, 4. I need 5.
I think it's 5. 5 or 6.
Only one.
Hey, I did it.
Nice.
Are you throwing the staff, hitting him with the staff, or?
Oh no, it's like very like showy, spinny whap.
It crushes. It hits him like he's looking down at the table, right? It's like zzz, as it cracks across it, you can see his monocle, the guy, get shattered and crossed, and you can hear it like clink on the ground. He looks up, looks directly at you. Isn't that interesting? Hello, my subjects. Looks like you've escaped a mousetrap, haven't you? He just like crushes the neck of one of the things he was working on, and the whole contraption dies. All those other rats that were tied of it. He just,
God. The screaming was too much.
yeah, he puts his hand though within the cage and grabs the organs into his hands. You see little
Ew.
blue veins going up his arm. You want to be good little doggies? Honestly, I don't believe you understand the position that you're in. Hi. You look different.
Just kind of grunt at him.
He's waiting for a move. If you guys want to talk to him, you can.
I would like to try compel again.
You don't hear a heartbeat, just letting you know.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
He's kindred.
Yeah, I had a feeling, and probably Tremere. Which
What
means,
makes you say that?
Yeah, I don't know.
What he's doing.
Yeah,
Mad scientist.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get that.
I would like to. I suppose the obvious question is, who the fuck are you?
Beethoven. Very nice to meet you. No relation. Accidental naming.
Beethoven.
Yes.
How unfortunate.
I know. Did you ever see Office Space?
Drivel.
Yes.
Fuck.
Like that, those blue veins they're starting to pulse.
Okay. What have you done with all of our things?
I have said nothing. You're
We're in your rat cage.
yes.
Where are our
He like
things?
shimmers and just like it's just the skin that is coming off of it because there's no longer electricity. Like what was keeping that together is now falling apart. You were a rat in my cage, but I really found you to be fascinating subjects. Could you break something so strong? Oh, so strong. Different kind of strength for all of you.
Do I
I
actually
feel-
recognize him at all?
Interesting. You brought down Hitler, or built up Hitler, one or the other, right?
I was there.
You were there. You were probably there with him.
More likely.
Yeah. Possibility. Elise, were you part of that at all?
Yeah, probably. Somebody named
Okay.
Beethoven. I was probably involved.
He said that he's not the Beethoven. I mean, he's an accidental.
A
Yeah,
Beethoven.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were in that world, yes, Melissa,
Yes.
were you in that world? Were you during the, like the war or like this would be more on the Hitler side than the non-Hitler side. This would be Axis compared to.
This is going to be weird, but I think during World War II, while they were keeping tabs on all of that, I was keeping tabs on the Queen.
Okay.
Well, the soon-to-be Queen, because I don't think that she
So
was the Queen.
we'll go to 8 to see if you saw some footage to see that like this person's face. We'll
Okay.
go to 6s on here for everyone that may have been part of that side of the
Okay. What are we
part
rolling?
of the thing. That's going to be your history and your intelligence.
I don't think we have history.
We don't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I played too many games. What would be the same difference? Knowledge. 1 second. Academics
Oh, academics and what?
and intelligence.
Well, shit. She's stupid.
Shit.
She's stupid.
Yeah.
-1.
Oof.
0.
0.
That cancels that out.
You're going back in
You
the
got
bag.
1.
Well.
Maybe we got 2.
Son of a biscuit.
We got 2.
Huzzah. For all three of us.
Right?
Dr. Mangala had and you only get this, Kai. Dr. Mangala had an assistant. Looks a little bit like it. You're not 100% sure, but it looks a little bit like it. Do you know who Dr. Mangala was?
Mm-mm.
He was the Nazi doctor that did all the experiments on the twins and blah, blah, blah.
Got it. Okay.
Joseph Mengele.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, horrible. I mean, one of the truly worst people in existence. But Dr. Mangala wasn't a vampire. He died.
Yeah.
He had an assistant, though.
Right.
A little bit. Not sure, but a little bit.
So, do we want to take a shot at this dude or what?
Yeah, I think I mean, he's not going to give up anything.
Yeah,
And he's
we're-
obviously Tremere charging something up, so.
He also goes,
We're gonna,
Oh, we're not doing it.
I don't even
you
know
hear,
what that means. I
yeah,
don't like
you,
it.
you hear vibration coming from around him.
It's a real big one.
Subjects.
You know what?
Subject 4, yes.
No, not in game.
Oh, well, okay. Still subject 4.
I think we disengage and we just run. We keep going.
Up or
head for
down.
the stairs.
Up.
Up still.
Okay. You want to try to blast past him, he will be in your way. And
Can I just because my character, well, Kai is all about just acting, do.
Right, yeah.
So maybe I just take that blade again and go for that pulsing arm, just to give us a moment to move.
Okay.
So maybe.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. No problem.
Absolutely.
Give
I'm
me
thinking
your.
If I see Kai going Like,
And Kai's
like-
big, so I mean, like
Right.
we're talking about like a
Well,
lot
I
of
mean,
force.
Yeah, like, I'm
the
like literally
doctor's
just going,
Yeah.
right, without
Kai's gonna
any
go
hesitation.
to
Just
the left. I'm going to go to the right, and I'm going to swing at him with the bone saw
Okay.
because we've worked together, so we
Yeah,
would
yeah,
have
yeah.
somewhat of
The
a
closest
connection.
friendship is there. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That makes sense.
so we do it, and I say, just like kind of clearly to everybody, run.
Copy. Dex and melee with Dex and melee is going to be his. He.
Now you
will-
used melee.
Yeah, right. I need some more dice for this dude.
No.
No, I'm okay. Actually, I'm okay.
Okay.
So Dex and
Just a
melee.
quick heads up, we have 15 minutes left of gameplay.
All right.
3. Oh, sorry, 2. We got a 1.
What's the we're doing
6s right now. Yeah.
I got 4.
4. Yep.
Nada.
So I was
Nothing.
going more for the neck.
Yeah, right. So you got Nada.
Nothing.
As he comes up, he actually catches you with the cage, and you can feel like he's about to do a thing. He comes in, Bogey. The bone saw hits right into the neck, and as he turns, he does break your blades though. As he comes back to deal with you, you're able to slip through. There is now because he's now focusing on Bogey. So as he turns, you still hear the coming from the other direction. So he's now focusing on you, but the rest of the three of you could run past him.
Well, if he's no, that's not an option. Well, he's focused on him. I'm going to.
He got hurt. You can see that he got hurt.
Yeah, I'm going to attack him from behind.
All right, so like as he's like still he's holding the blade with you, like pushed you against the thing. Unfortunately, you haven't been able to. I was hoping that you get rid of the cage and what he's doing with the organs. You want to attack him from the back, right?
Yeah, I want to like butt end and try to go through him.
All right, that will be melee. That's dexterity and melee.
Dex and melee. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. First off, no ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, Jesus, yeah, you don't have to keep on rolling. You're already there.
7.
If you're already there, fucking powerful ass characters I've let you guys have. So as he comes back, like he's gonna swing, you see it charge, like all those blue veins all of a sudden start vanishing up into the thing. You can see whatever the mechanism is, and he squishes the hearts and the organs and the spleens as it starts to drip a purple and blue liquid through his fingers. He's coming through. It was going to be a huge hit, and he had you pinned against the wall. Ah! You hit him right in the shoulder as he comes back, taking some more. I need a post-it note. You guys are actually. I thought you were going to go a different direction, so there's a pin.
You need a pin?
Cool. Awesome. You do hit non-aggravated. It does stop the action, though.
And I'm going to pull it out, and then we can run.
All right. It'd be contested strength with you, Bogey. So give me a strength and athletics if you want to break the grip, or you could fight him. That would be strength and melee, or brawl if you don't want to use the. If you want to use the bone axe, it'll be melee. If you want to use your fist, it'll be brawl. If you want to get out, it'll be athletics.
I'm going to use melee. Strength of melee.
Melee
With the bone saw.
The bone
other
saw.
bone saw, because he's got
It's
one arm.
it's not. It's got to be strength because dexterity
Well, yeah.
would be more of like a dagger. It's strength. You're just hacking down
Okay.
on this
So
thing.
strength
it
and melee?
Strength and melee. Yeah.
That works for me. That's more powerful for me, actually.
I'm not rolling very well. 1 success. He had decent dice. Don't let him get a thing off though. I can tell you that much.
2. I've got 1.
You do not break. He had 1 too. So as you're trying to like go into him, he just catches it. He's taking the arm. I imagine Elise, what are you doing here?
I am hiding behind somebody.
Okay. Probably
ready to
Kai's the biggest one to hide behind. He's giant. All right, but one of
Yep.
yep. So you're down the hall. You're heading towards that noise. You do have one companion towards. So it really depends on this group right the second. You've already taken this second to hit this guy in the back. You want to stay on this guy, or do you want to go charge
No,
forward?
I've pulled the the staff or whatever it is that
Yep.
I'm using, that pole, out of him, and we got to continue on. We got to get to the chopper. We
All right,
got
so-
to get to the chopper.
So you're trusting Bogey to be able to handle this guy by himself as you face the new oncoming horde. No problem. That same moth, that same horrible, grizzled, like yellow jacket, that scorpion touch in the air comes through. You see that mask and that long chain dragging on the ground. Obviously, it's meant to be attached to something else, but it hasn't been put into the field yet. The sounds of metal and that annoying bzzz sound. I need you all to make a resolve check, everyone, as this thing is coming towards
God. I'm going to burn a willpower point.
I got one.
you. All right.
Number 6.
Yep.
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
I got one.
I got 2.
Elise, you see your companions like wilt back from this. You're the only one that's able to keep presence of mind as you run up to Militissa. It's going to be Tissa. All right. As you run up, grabbing her hand, she already used a willpower point. A good friend like that, bringing her back up. Your 2 successes is able to bring 2 of you up. The rest of you are getting 1 less point to any dice roll that you'll have for the next one. That's going to start with Bogey. All right, it's your turn to attack. He's starting to recharge that. I mean, like he's crushed it.
Right.
Oh no, that means he's already crushed it. He doesn't have that anymore.
No.
You interrupted that attack.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. He lets the cage fall.
This is the doctor still, right?
Yeah, that's still the doctor. You haven't dealt with the other problem yet.
Yeah, but we hear it and know
Yes.
it's there. We know it's there, or we know of something being there.
You've seen one that has left you alone. It made that same sound, but it wasn't aggressive when you were up there. These are actually very noble beasts. They're just being forced into a certain role.
Got it. He has a chain attached to it.
It's like from its nose, from this horrible mass that it's dragging behind, as if it will eventually be attached to somebody else.
I still have one hand free, right?
You do.
Oh gosh.
Go big or go home.
Do
Can
it.
I use Fist of Cain?
Oh.
Yay!
For the people, wow, that's a bit.
Episode 1.
Yeah, right. For the people at home, tell me what it does.
Is my big move.
Punch through his face.
The vampire's bare hands can inflict grievous injuries lethal to both mortals and other vampires.
Jesus,
they
all
can
right.
dismember, pierce, impale, decapitate, even rip a heart out of the chest. Cost is a rouse check. For one scene, the user can inflict aggravated health damage to mortals and supernaturals alike while brawling, as they literally rend flesh and tear their opponents limb from limb with their bare hands. It's for one scene.
Rip his heart out and eat it.
He's already down 2, so I will tell you that you can either incapacitate him, which will be a much lower roll, not more successes, lower difficulty, or you could try to finish him and have a higher roll.
I think at this point, I'm just going to go for incapacitate. I want to get the fuck away from him.
3 6s, dexterity and brawl,
I got to do the rouse check first.
and like because
Oh,
this
God,
is a
don't get a 1 or a 10
yeah this is
right now.
this is a beautiful. Actually, a 10 would work perfect with this. This would be the one time you want to roll a 10 on your blood dice. But when you do this Fist of Cain, what does it look like? Like, how do you activate the Fist of Cain? Yeah, right. Like, what's your Kamehameha?
Well, he's got my one arm. I've got the other arm with the bone saw still
Right.
in it. So it's just arm's going to basically hulk out.
Okay, so like you get physically bigger
Yeah.
when you do the
Yeah,
Fist of
it
Cain.
gets
You're
bigger, but
pumping
He's
through.
going to punch with the bone saw. So like
I-
fist is here.
Yeah, bone saw
sticking
there,
out.
and just like
gonna make
the
a keyhole.
the bone saw would crumple first because your hands weight because it's a brawl. It's not a so. We're not going to use any of the damage from the bone saw because what the skill said was
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
fist.
Well, that's,
Yeah, right. So,
figure that's
but
more
that's
just-
just gonna crumple like as you're like so like it'll hit him because that won't kill him.
Right.
But like once your fist hits, then you're gonna have like a crumpled
Brass
bone
knuckles.
saw brass knuckles, which is really neat. So that is your dexterity and brawl specifically.
All right.
Like uppercut him, or you?
Yeah, but you get to paint it if you hit.
I got a 10.
Yes.
We said incapacitate. We didn't say kill.
Yep.
All right. Where do you hit? Is it the jaw? Is it the uppercut like you're talking about? Is it just right into the surfax?
Oh, I was
So,
going straight for the sternum.
all right, sternum. Like you it's a very slow motion thing. What got it out is like he realized that his big weapon was just taken out by Melinda. Like he understands that. Tessa, sorry, it's gonna be Tessa.
I
It's gonna be
know,
Tessa.
I
Yeah, I keep on trying. I'm like
Tessa,
yeah.
Tissa, if you're going to
Tissa,
make it
all
short.
right. Yeah, right. So as he drops what was his big weapon and going up, like he just had his hand down, coming back up to fight you. Like that hits and he looks down and it's like, please, you know what I mean? Like and then it like crinks in and it's like, well, fortitude, no problem. Crinks in again, and it's like, and then finally your fist hits and feels through. What color is your shockwave? Is it almost brown, like a gumshoe, right? Like is it?
Yeah,
like
like a dark burnt orange.
Yeah, as that small explosion hits as the blood of Cain, you can almost feel your fang grow another centimeter as you tip into Cain's fury. Man, if it was just 3 inches to the left, you would have had it. You would have been able to pierce this very strong vampire. He takes a deep breath, collapses, and kind of looks up to you. He's still conscious, but he can no longer follow. His hand drops your wrist. If you want to keep on fighting him, you shouldn't fight a hurt dog in a corner, but just letting you know.
Well, I got the 10. So what does that mean for me? Is that just
That's how
just
you.
give the power
That's your
for-
critical, and you're not worried about killing anything else.
Okay.
If you arrive around a human right now,
It'd be bad news.
yeah. So don't have a human ally in the area.
Okay.
No, if it's a 1, it's a whole different story
aside
because then
from
you
that,
would start
yeah,
affecting like other things.
I'm just going to like step over him and keep going with my friends.
All right.
Oh, there's no humans around right now. It's all vampires. Where
And I think that's unfortunately our time, guys. As you crumple, he will remember this as the 4 of you charge towards Elise standing in front of a horrible thing that's about to attack, but you being the forefront. Thank you so much for joining us for this first episode of a brand new series. Welcome to Vampire. And always remember, take a big bite out of life.
Huzzah.
All right.
Yay!